In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. Week 114 is in the books. And as you guys can see from the thumbnail, we got a lot to talk about. And we're going to have a little bit different order this time around where we have the groups, the top 100, and we're going to get into this problem. A lot of you think that I am 100% homer and biased towards miniclip and baseball clash and NeoWiz. Now, partially true, right? Because I do like this game, even with all its flaws. But some of the flaws have now, they started to boil over. And I've been listening to and reading your guys' comments. And I'm going to try to take into some of the things that we know we could probably fix because they've fixed them in the past. And, right now, the main thing they do is Club League, right? So Club League is one of the main aspects of this game. And they have all this other stuff they're kind of coming down, and there's a lot of glitches, we know. But if they can fix something really quick, there's something we could do with at least Club League and how we can fix the rankings and kind of get things in the right direction. And I'm not going to stop until they change things because it needs to be changed. It does. Because it's frustrating, right? A frustrating kind of process. And I think there's a pretty decent fix. So again, I have a complaint. I'm going to come up with a potential solution so then, they can hear us out. But, if you complain with no solution, then you're just not helping. So I'm going to try to help with that. Let's get into the groups first. And then, of course, we're going to go into the top 100 and we're going to drive in kind of what my thought is and how we can fix this game. Okay, so here we go into the groups as it is right now. We're looking at the tough and tender Friends. They finished third place here. Japan charging the mound. Tough and tender Yankees, and I can't see that fifth place group. So obviously not that important in this game. All right, so I'd hit that. Gets third place. Los Buenos, Puerto Rican Dream Team, first and second. Tight race, but hey, in bronze, all you need apparently is about a 20 spot. Get 20, you're moving up. That is nice to see, in my opinion. All right. Next up is Sato at 355. That group, man, they first week they've had a little struggle. They got some competition coming up here. Team from Korea and the Astros. But hey, in gold, you could still get 100 and you can still move up, which is essential for that progress. All right, so the Bayside Tigers, get it done. I think 117 is good enough for a tie for second place. Big Bat Slammers, nice victory for them. Well done there. And, Sonola and the Braves kind of follow back. Not a great week for those teams. And Platinum, they're going to be falling. Got to get second place. The Chinese team, Bayside, Big Bad Slammers, moving up. All right, so Aftermath OG, again, not really difficult for this victory here for them. 167 killed the competition. Big Dinger, second place. Everyone else just kind of falls off the face of the planet on this one. So not a great week for anybody there. All right, Quebec baseball. Nice to see them back on the slide. And 127. So nice job getting that one done for them. That's a good win, right? Korea, second place, followed by Japan, Yankees, and Legion. So moving up close to that 4,000 spot. Solid job. The Bulldogs. Okay, 141. Easy victory here in Platinum Level 1. And the team from Japan there, get it, Little League as they call them, followed by the Little Dumpers, Money. All right, so next we have, move over. Lefties 2 starter at 122. Second place is really key there. Getting that really does kind of help after 3 tough weeks. The baseball team there gets the first place victory, so not bad. Next up, we have American Sluggers tied with Revolution at 142. So nice job there. Start swinging, misses out here, third place, followed by the Warriors and Team USA. So tough week there. Next, we have the Redditors. 112, not good enough here. Chinese team gets it done, followed by Ice Cold Beers, Korea Stars and Stripes, all moving up. All right, big week here for the Spartans. Not in wins, but just getting first place in their group. They were left for dead. Righties as well, getting closer to the top 30. That's solid for them. They've been around a long time. So that's good to see. Good to see. And next we have the Alt Stars. Okay, not a good week for them at all, wins wise, but they get the first place. And Namba and Soba both get to move up as well with such low scoring affairs. Venezuela was on the rise, but now they're just dropping out of there. USA MLB kind of out of there as well. Not great. Hey, Team Canada still trying to figure it out, but the story of this group is Ballbusters at 72. Nice victory. Warts and Hemorrhoids gets second place. So Samurai, Big Dumpers, Baseball Canada all fall. Okay, next one up here is Keep Swinging. 108, not good enough. Nexus at 65th, and Yankees, the underdogs in the group, get it done. Nice job to those guys there. Okay, as we keep it moving, I mean, sit there. Why is Nexus? Weird groups, I'm telling you. All right, so moderated bunts at 18, not good enough. Blue Jays back on their winning ways, followed by the strongest baseball team at 57. So big wins. Legend had a chance. Taiwan had a chance, but not today. All right, next we have the All Stars. Good to see these guys. This is a good group here. 144 gets it, Baseball Bros. So those guys stay at that 6,000, if not moving up. Blue Jays fall. Big Carolina M and Bambinos fall as well. Little hearts there. The Mandalorians, you got to love them because, again, they found their groove and they win it again in a low scoring affair. Korea, second place. So they get to go back to 6,000 potentially. Nice job with those groups there. All right, so let these two chill. At 6,000, they're going to be dropping. The victory goes to the country for hardworking people to enjoy. Hanwha, everyone else is going to be dropping here. Wild Ball League, and of course, the veterans had no chance. I'm telling you. Group of Death 2. I think these guys are being a little shady. Good teams, top 10 teams in the game. Padres squeak it out with Taiwan and Korea second place. So these guys get to move up, stay at the 6,000. Snow Poetry and Cats fall again in Taiwan. That's typical where they're at. They fall back as well. So they're staying under that 160 mark. I think there's some collusion going on with these secondary group of death because this is going to be the four teams again next week, and that leaves just one team, the group of death. Let these two falls again. Top five scoring teams in the game, right? Masaba at 168 still can't figure it out. And then Perla Negra is there's got to be something going on, but 200, that's 80% win percent, right? 80% win rate. Taiwan 180, Perla Negra 178 solid. Masaba 168 wins it in every single group except this one, and Let These Two wins it in every single group except this one. So we got to figure out the top 100 a little bit because something really needs to change. All right, again, I don't mind getting my ass kicked. I mean, if we're not good enough to beat these guys, we're not good enough to beat these guys. That's fair. All right, it's competition. But getting penalized while other teams that are mediocre are getting put up, that is where this game kind of defies the logic of sports in general, right? And we're going to break into it a little bit more here after the top 100. But I have a solution, I think, that might help. I don't work for the game, so, whatever. But it's kind of demoralizing if we can't make a fix. Top 100.
All right, here we go for the top 100. Like I said before, we are going out of order this week for a particular reason, as you guys can see. Let's get into the top 100. Okay, so Warriors, Full Send, LLC, Padres, Dugout, all fell a little bit. Welcome back, MJIB. And I think the Wolf Pack, I'm not sure when the last time they were in the top 100, if ever. So if this is their first time, congratulations, guys. You earned it. Korea 777 Toro Stars and Stripes all drop, and then Taiwan Representative Club 3 comes back up a little bit to 92nd. All right, Never Die, 10 spots up from 100 to 90. Bad News Bears continues their fall from grace. Metropolitans, Hounds as well fall. Ice Cold Beers moving up there. Sticks and Stones, Thin Blue Line, Redditors, Taiwan drop. Gold Moon, nice jump for them. All right, Dingers, Formosa win. Heavy Hitters moving up. Nice move up, Heavy Hitters. First week in the top 100, I think, was last week. Pretty close. Nice job. Okay, Taiwanese Kindergarten, Bambinos both drop. All right, Tough and Tender, Family or Friends, which one ever. Team Japan, Iowa 2, Mariners drop. Aftermath, no one's there. We'll get into that in a moment. All right, Camo, Japan, and Big Lemon, China Air drop. Chinese Olympic Team, West Coast Clowns moving up. And Yankees, Slam Jams, Marriott Group both drop. America First 2, Beast Mode moving up. Hyundai Unicorns, Revolution 2, Ballbusters. Nice move up for Ballbusters. American Sluggers. Ballbusters, man. You saw in the group. That was a great win for them. All right, Nance Crew drop. Cooperstown 2, Japan 001, USA MLB dropping. Japan Samurai staying at 52. Nexus moving up. All right. So strongest baseball team, Slam Jams 2, Yankees, Revolution, and moving up there. Venezuela moving down. All right, Masaba, again, we keep on talking about this team. We're going to get more into it. This is the fourth best team, third best team in the whole entire group. And they can't move up. All right, there's got to be a problem. Got to fix it. CPBL, Eagles moving down. 8386, no one's there. Spartans, nice job. I don't know what the Spartans have been doing, but they got a rebrand and they are moving up nicely. Baseball Canada, Veterans, Big Dumpers moving down. Namba, Namba and All-Stars moving up. Okay, warts and hemorrhoids, righties, sluggers, and other Masaba. No one's in those two groups. Legend staying at 34. Taiwan, Snow Poetry, and Cats, another team that's, a top team that, they're kind of doing something. Taiwan, and then an empty number 28, Taiwan Representative Club. And, of course, an empty Li Chan fan group, 29. Moving up there. Taiwan Super, Lefties 2, moderated bunts moving down. OMG, Soba, moving up. All right, keep swinging. Lefties 2, chill. Korea, Blue Jays, and Wild Ball League all moving down. All right, here we go. And we got Country for Hardworking People to Enjoy. Taiwan Representative 2, Korea, Blue Jays, Sub 22, all moving up. And for some reason, All-Stars moved down. Who knows why? Baseball Bros, Met 7 Line Army, Taiwan Representative Club 1. Perla Negra, Korea, Mandalorians, Hanwha, Padres, all staying in their spots, as well as Tough and Tender. And for 40 straight weeks at the top, we have Taiwan. So once again, those are the top 100 teams. We're going to get into this here in a moment because we got some problems that we got to talk about. All right, so this new kind of concept where I'm trying to get a little frustrated, like a lot of you are, when it comes to the rankings and even the group settings. So we're going to kind of bring this even more to light every single week. So this part here, inactive clubs, is going to be a spotlight on the top 100 teams within the top 100 that are no longer active, or at least on the verge of being like extinct. Because again, look at this. Taiwan Representative Club, their very first one person. They have not been active for, I don't know, like maybe several months. So there's one. And then Li Chan fan group, same thing. One person in there. The original Masaba Full Swing. Again, they're on the rise as well. So let's get this club out of there. Japan Sluggers, same concept. Nobody's home. And Japan is the 8386. Nobody's home. Marriott Group, they've been out for several months as well. Out of Taiwan. Slam Jams as well. Japan, out of there. A lot of Japanese teams, man. I don't know what's going on with these dudes. Aftermath, again, they have several other clubs, but again, they got to the top 100 and now they're gone. Right? Bad News Bears, and this team is the only team currently that's on the verge of losing it. So, we're just kind of giving them like a little bit of a pass. But we're going to get into the groups and what I think we could do to fix it. And it's a pretty simple fix. But again, it starts with getting rid of top 100 teams that are not active. Right? That's really the concept. Get rid of these teams that are not active. All right? So let's get to the groups and how we can figure that out.
Okay, so here's my complaint. Let's go into it real quick. Like I said before, guys, it we're looking back at the top 100, okay? And it's not a big deal that Taiwan is here because, again, they're the second highest scoring club in the world. So here's my first problem, right? Again, Mandalorians, they've been winning. Good for them. Win rate, 52%. 50 people, right? Participation, they're missing a few games here or there, whatever. But they're playing and they're winning at 52%. Take a look at the Padres, 64%. Now, obviously, I'm going to be a little biased, but we're going to pass by biasness and we're just going to go straight to the team that deserves to move up, right? And they kicked 6 people out after this week, right? 68% win percentage, and they can't even move up. So a team, for example, like going up a little bit to Perella Negra, these guys knew exactly what they were doing, right? 50 people, they had 100% participation. Maybe they had missed one, but 71 win percent. But these guys, they're good. But they knew the game and how to climb up. And now they kind of like held back their winning so they can move up without having to be stuck like Masaba. Because if they scored a lot of points and they're, a lot of wins during club week, right? They would be right where Masaba's at. Masaba can't move up. It's impossible. Even if Masaba gets third place, they're still stuck every single week because of Taiwan, right? So Taiwan has been there for 40 straight weeks, but they have not been the top scoring team. Number one thing I'm telling you right now, get rid of the tie. Get rid of the tie. The 6,000 spot, I mean, I don't say you have to keep going higher, but you don't even need the 6,000 spot as a thing. The idea is that why don't you just let people collect the trophies they have, and then let's say at the even like a regular event, kind of drop them back like we do, right? Let us each month just kind of attack and see if we can get to a certain spot, like kind of like Clash of Clans, where clubs every single month they get reset and they got to go fight again. Do it like our actual like individual selves. Cut us back a little bit so that each month we can go fight and then try to get to that first place again. Right? I'm not saying cut us back to all even, but make some arbitrary number where we can kind of drop back, but see how high we can get with the wins that we get each month instead of just having, platinum level 5. You can put us in a tier, right? Clash of Clans puts people in tiers. Like, okay, this many trophies to this many trophies is this, right? Which you kind of already do, right? At the platinum level 5 mark. But again, the fact that there's like an actual scale to get to is ridiculous. Because then here's how this can work. If you don't want to do that, here's how it works. Watch this. Taiwan, Tough and Tender, Padres, Hanwha, Mandalorians. 5 teams, the top 5, good. You guys are in the next group, right? The next group after that, watch this. This is amazing. This is how easy this is. Korea, Perla Negra, Taiwan Representative Club 1, Met 7-Line Army Baseball Bros. That's group 2, okay? So there we go. Next group, All Stars, Blue Jays, Korea, Taiwan Representative Club 2, a country for hardworking people to enjoy. That's 3 groups. Oh, wow. There are 15 teams at 6,000. Put those teams in the group together. Put them in the group together. So then at least kicks people out that don't belong there, and then it rewards the people that actually deserve to be in it. Right? Now, I don't have a problem of getting my ass kicked every single week. That's not the problem. Right? If we can't beat Tough and Tender, great. If we can't beat Masaba, great. We can't beat Perella Negra, great. Whatever. We can't beat them, fine. Got to get better. But the idea is that the fact that we do score so many points, like the 5th highest, right? Masaba, the 4th highest, right? They score the 4th highest or 3rd highest every single week, and you penalize them, right? So let's just take a quick look, right? Not that team. Again, I already mentioned, get rid of these fucking teams that are not even playing, right? People actually market their groups, the fact that where their rankings at, and you got teams that don't even have people on there. Have a system that triggers, if you're not active for like 3 or 4 weeks, you're gone, right? It's simply. So again, a team like Masaba, who's usually at 50, right? 200,000 trophies at 68 win percentage rate. All right. CPBL, 39 win percent rate. Not great, right? Eagles, 38 win percent rate. 8386, no one's there. Spartans, 52. Right? Baseball Canada, 47. Namba, 46. All-Stars, 46. Veterans, 46. Big Dumpers, 46. Right? Warts and Hemorrhoids, 48. Legends, 44. Righties, 47. Okay? No one there, no one there. Taiwan, 43. No one's there, no one's there. Snow Poetry and Cats, 60. And they can't climb. Right? Taiwan, they tanked it, 50%. Taiwan Super, 48. OMG, 43. Right? Lefties too, we're at 66 win percent rate, right? And right, moderated bunts 44, Soba 47, right? Keep swinging 45. I'm going to keep doing. Let these two chill. That's part of my club too. 49% win rate. Not great, right? Blue Jays 47, Wild Ball League 51. Okay, now we've got the teams in the 6,000 that we're giving them their kudos every week. 54, right? Taiwan 51, 48, 61. Blue Jays, nice bet, nice job this week, right? All Stars 59, a little bit better. Baseball Bros 57. Fucking Met 7-line Army, less than 50%. Taiwan, great job. They belong there. Perella Negra, belong there. Korea, 67, belong there. Mandalorians, 52, right? Hanwha, 49. Padres, belong there. Tough and Tender, 80 is ridiculous. Belong there. And then Taiwan, 72, belong there. You guys, as a system, keep on like giving mediocre teams, you're giving them a platform to be successful, right? It's not how it should be. It's a top 100. Put the groups in together, 1 through 5. Put them, make a battle royale. So that at least when a team gets into the top, yeah, they get knocked down a little bit, right? But yeah, I get it. It's the top 5 teams play each other every single time, right? But just do it in the order. So one, it allows teams that are in the bottom to grow, but there will be a plateau because teams have to get better, right? It makes teams get better. That's my whole point in this. The idea is that you're punishing teams every single week that consistently do well, but they go lower and lower, which that means for doing well, they don't get the cards they need, and you're giving mediocre teams a chance to score 110 trophies, less than 50%, and they get a first place chest, right? And they're at 6,000. So you're rewarding mediocrity. It's not sports, right? Some teams are dodging the top ones because they know that they can get better trophies if they just kind of compete at a lower level. You guys are not creating a system of actual competition. Again, understood. We get our ass kicked every week because we can't beat 4 teams ahead of us. But yeah, we get penalized because we can beat the rest of the whole entire game, right? That does not suit well for any game, right? Teams should be rewarded for where they're at and where they're ranked and how they do each week, right? I understand, like, oh, if you're in a group, you should win. Better competition. No, because this obviously there's a flaw in it. And that's the biggest flaw. Teams are taking shortcuts to move up. Teams are taking shortcuts to not even intentionally try to win as much. Or teams just plainly suck and they get rewarded. So, guys, it's on you. Every single week I'm going to do this. I don't care, right? Inactive clubs, get rid of them. Make the groups better. Simple. Teams that are 1 through 5, put them in a group. It makes it easy. It's easy. You got a spreadsheet. You got the rankings. Just put a code in, top 5, 6, 10, 11, 15, so on and so forth. Put them in a group, play them. Simple as that. And as always, thank you guys for watching on the Lefties 2 broadcast. See you next time.